everyone, it's Courtney, and today I'm excited to bring you another video. Now, if you are a pet person or know someone who is, get ready because this is the video for you. It's the video for you. So I have recently found some really cool patterns that you can knit or crochet for your pets, and I'm also going to sprinkle in a few patterns that have been out for a little while that I haven't personally made yet, but that I think would be really good to make for pets. And let's get into it. To be honest, it probably helped my likelihood of clicking on these patterns and wanting to make them that the Red Heart design team chose to use a cat that looks like my cat in the pattern photos. And here we are. Our first pattern is this adorable kitty couch. It looks like it is made with Aran weight yarn and crochet, and it's available for free on the pattern website. I feel like there's not much that I have to explain about this pattern. It's simply adorable. Who wouldn't want to have this awesome little couch for their kitty? I think the little blanket adds just the cutest touch. The pattern does say that it is made with Red Heart Super Saver solids, which I'm guessing is used for the couch, and a yarn called Red Heart Super Saver Mini. I believe it's Red Heart Minis, maybe just Minis. I haven't tried those yet, but I could see that blanket being made with these because it looks like it's made of these tiny little squares. Anyways, so cute, so adorable. Let me know in the comments if you've made it or if you have plans to. This next crochet pattern really caught my eye because who doesn't love to see pets dressed up in little costumes, especially because the pet in the picture again looks like our cat. Like, he doesn't really love to wear the little costumes, but I could totally see myself making this little pet chef hat for him and just putting it on real quick if he'll let me, taking a little picture, and then letting that be it. Especially as it gets closer to Halloween, maybe you want to go ahead and make this pattern so that that's just one less Halloween costume that you have to buy. And this is made with an Aran weight yarn. It does recommend the Red Heart Super Saver in a solid color. It is using the crochet technique, and you can find this pattern for free on the pattern website. Hey everyone, about partway through making this video, I decided to pause and make this pattern. I decided to use this I Love This Yarn print in colorway Dakota, and it ended up being a great colorway for this pattern. As you can see, the stripes look really cool. This next pattern I just thought was so neat. It's such a cool idea. It is the pattern for the Sweet Dreams pet hammock, and as you can see, it's just a little pet hammock like how people hammocks tie between trees. This pet hammock actually ties around the legs of a chair, so as you're sitting at the table doing some crochet, your little pet can be curled up right underneath you, your little cat, or maybe even a tiny dog. It does recommend that you use the Red Heart Super Saver yarn, so any Aran weight yarn will probably do. I'd imagine that you don't want to use a full wool yarn as that can have a bit of stretch, so using any type of synthetic or acrylic yarn will make sure that it doesn't have much stretch to it. This is another crochet pattern from the Red Heart design team, and you can find it for free on the pattern website. I truly feel like no list of pet crochet or knit patterns would be complete without the little dog sweater. So now we're going to get into the dog sweater section of this video. We are going to talk about this Bits and Baubles dog sweater from the Red Heart design team first because it is completely free. It's an Aran weight sweater. You can get it from the pattern website, and again, it recommends the Red Heart Super Saver yarn brand, which is also very accessible yarn. Let's not forget to mention that. Our next pattern is another pattern from the Red Heart design team. It is called the Striped Dog Coat, and the yarn that this pattern originally calls for is something called Red Heart Heat Wave, which I can see has been discontinued. However, it is a number 4 weight Aran acrylic yarn, so sounding a bit like Red Heart Super Saver, although I'm wondering what other properties this yarn had to it that might make it different, and if we could maybe figure out a yarn that would more closely match the original. Okay friends, I went to this website that I heard another content creator mention called yarnsub.com, and I just typed in Red Heart Heatwave and it gave me a list of possible substitutions. One thing that I feel I should mention is that it does say that Red Heart Heatwave is a heat generating acrylic, or was rather. I guess it still is if you can find any maybe for resale on like eBay, or perhaps you'll get lucky at a thrift market. That sounds pretty cool, and I love the idea of making something for a pet with like this heat generating acrylic yarn, especially as cold as it is outside, and knowing that people with dogs will need to go out there to do their business. On the Yarn Sub website, one of the yarns that they recommended was Paintbox Yarns Simply Aran as a substitute for this Red Heart Heatwave. Again, it's looking like pretty much any number 4 weight Aran yarn will do. I should mention that this striped dog coat is a completely free pattern on the pattern website, and it is the first knit pattern that we've mentioned in our video today, also from the Red Heart design team. The next pattern that we're going to talk about is one that I'd love to cast on pretty soon. It is the Cuddles Pet Blanket from the Red Heart design team. Like a lot of the patterns featured today, it is also a free pattern available from the pattern website. This one is for crochet, and it recommends a number 4 weight Aran weight yarn, in this case Red Heart Super Saver. What can I say? We all love the meditative nature of a nice crochet blanket, and this one is pet size, so you'll get that gratification of it being done fairly quickly. This pattern has a cat version for which 2 balls of Red Heart Super Saver are recommended, or a dog version which recommends 4 balls of Red Heart Super Saver. The next pattern that we are going to talk about is this beret. It's called Beret for Small Cat and Dogs. It is by a Ravelry creator named Alex Shapoval, I believe. I'll put the creator's name on the screen. It is available on Ravelry for $2.49. It is a paid pattern, but it looks like this person is an independent creator, so it's great if you're able to help out an independent creator. And I just loved the look of this little beret on this cute little kitty cat. How adorable. You know, I had to throw in a couple Stephen West patterns in here. The next one that we're going to be looking at is the Honey Hound sweater. It is knit. Stephen West is a very prolific knitwear designer, and he has designed a whole collection of sweaters for dogs. And this one even features the newest addition to his family as well. I love to see. This pattern will run you $7 on Ravelry. €7 rather, sorry, €7. Okay everyone, we're including one more little pet hat pattern by Alex Shapoval. This bellflower hat pattern will cost you $1.99 USD on Ravelry. It is a pattern for crochet, and I mean, how could I not include this little bellflower hat pattern, because the kitty looks so cute, so adorable, and its little hat is just so cute. I think that this is going to conclude our video for today. I had such an amazing time hanging out with all of you, so thanks for hanging out with me. We got to make this awesome little hat together, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until the next time, bye!